Hi, everybody. It's a wee bit of alchemy. I'm Rick Barrett. Welcome. Today, I'd like to explore something that I've been focusing on my live classes lately, and that is the ability to access Jin in basically anything, but particularly in a Taijiquan form. So, just to review, when I talk about Jin, it's spelled Jin, it I'm referring to what's commonly called the internal power of Taijiquan, and it's the it's a combination of Qi and Li. So Li is your muscular power, muscular force, and uh, the Qi is your internal energy. And so there's also another component which is even more refined, and that is your Shen or spirit. So you can look at it, and I look at it anyway, as a spectrum that has different combinations of muscular force, energy, and spirit. And so at the most substantial end, you'd have where it's primarily muscular force. There's some energy, always going to be some chi involved, but your focus is primarily on doing it, using your physical body to get the job done. And then, so there's a combination there of that and of that muscular force and energy. But as you get more insubstantial, you're moving more in the direction of the energy part is the more dominant part of the uh, of the pair, and that's where you're using your connective tissue system, the tensegrity of the connective tissue system, as well as the ability of the connective tissue system to create this whole body energetic connection. So you can think of it as, when you start off, maybe it's 90% muscular force and 10% chi, and then you move along, and as you get more and more sung, you're able to let go of that muscular tension and find that reliable um, intrinsic structure of your body, which gets the job done and that circulates the chi more. Then you're moving more and more to that till you get to maybe like 80% chi and 20% li. And then, but then we continue past that and get even more insubstantial. Then the chi itself becomes the substantial part, and your shen or spirit becomes the insubstantial part. And that's where you get into the really woo-woo stuff, something that Cheng Man Ching, he called it the the divine speed, or the anyway. It was there was that highest level. There's very little. You're not depending on your chi to get the job done. It's mostly being done just by your ability to summon your spirit and bring it, concentrate that into your body mind, or into that as a part of that, and then it all comes together, and you're able to do really cool stuff with very, very little manifest chi or li. And that's at the far extent of that. So that also would be a ratio. So how much you can see all three of those together. You can see how much of this, how much of that, how much of each of those are in a specific movement. So what we're going to do today, I'd like to take the Yang Chengfu's 13 original postures and pause at different spots along the way and explore the Jin that is available in each of those postures. How much chi can you bring to that? How much spirit can you bring to each of these movements? And Jin also has a quality of directionality and intentionality. It's like Jin says, I want to do something, or I want something to be there. So there is a quality of intentionality. It's like yeah, I'm going to make this happen. There's also a um, the what was that other word I used? Intentionality and never mind.
Direction of force?
Directionality, yes, directionality. Thank you. So it's like, where's this thing going? Where are we directing this manifestation? So the Jin is where we're taking our chi and we're using our spirit to direct it through our body to create a specific effect. So
what's your vector, Victor?
What's your vector, Victor? Yes. So let's stand up and we're going to do the Yang Chengfu, and we'll pause and really take a look at specific points. I'm going to primarily focus on the Yang expression of the different movements. That is, you know, the thing that makes a ward off a ward off. You know, and whereas Jin can be found in every point along the way. Today we're going to focus mainly on the the expression of the movement, the recognizable expression of the movement of the posture, and then we'll take it from there. So all of this stuff too is very dependent on the three pillars. That is, you really have to have your energetic coherence, your central equilibrium, and you're also releasing muscular tension and aligning your joints so that you're unkinking the hose. So that has to be found for each step of the way and restated each step of the way. You have to really feel into your central equilibrium in each posture. You have to feel into your coherence in each posture. And you have to really find the most efficient way to express each posture. So all that stuff we're going to be playing with as we go along. Okay, so once you stand up, please. So first we just want to establish our central equilibrium and feel into sink into the balls of your feet and center along the medial line. That is along the big toe line of your foot. So your weight is more it's along your center line, and your weight is shading a little bit more toward the balls of your feet rather than into the heels, although the weight is spread throughout the whole foot. And during the movements, we're going to actually be shifting between the heel and the ball, and with the heel being more yin, the ball being more yang. Knees are unlocked. Reach with the crown of your head, tucking your chin. Open the jade pillow gate. Relax your lower back and drop your sacrum. Allow your pelvic bowl to level out. Your spine, don't force anything, just allow your lower back to relax and sort of flatten out your lumbar curve a little bit. Reach out with your elbows a little, arms are slightly rounded. So we're opening up the shoulders right now. Point and reach with your index fingers. Feel that energetic coherence. Feel the chi in your hands as we, and then spiral down to the left, and turn to the right, and just release your hip joints so you have that, you're able to sung qua, you're sinking down into your feet. Now sink into your heels and maintain that central equilibrium. this time in the yin position. So we want to feel this in every movement of the Taiji form. Okay, so let's turn my back to you, and we're gonna power through to the single whip, and then we'll kind of start from there to focus on some of the movements. Some of the movements that precede that single whip and the cloud hands, they're their own study. So going to move through those and into the next movement after that. So reestablish your three pillars. Ready to sink down into your heels now. Reach up with the crown of your head. Now spiral down to the left and turn to the right. Reach out a little bit with your elbows. And step out with your left foot. Spiral down to the right, turn. And weights 50-50. Sink into the balls of your feet as you reach up with your elbows. Relax your arms. Reach with your elbows, reach with your fingers. Open your back. Feel the space between your vertebrae. Sink into your heel, reach down with your elbows. Reach down to the wrists, lift the fingers, and then back to the balls of your feet and reach down with your fingers, reaching toward the floor. And feel the chi. We're opening the energy gates now, so just feel the chi in your hands and your arms. Feel that whole body energetic connection. Spiral down to the right. Reach with your right arm, turn to the left. Think of your right foot, turn, spiral down and turn to the right. Think of your left foot, turn to the left. Think of your right foot and turn to the right. Now, spiral down to the right, sink into your right quad. Step out with your left foot. Spiral down to your right, sink into your left, and turn, go into the ball, and reach. Step in with your right foot. And sink into the heel of your right foot, and then turn the ball of your right foot and reach out with that bird's beak. Extend. Your wrist is up around ear height. Your arm is fairly extended. I'm going to step over here. And then spiral down to the right. Pick up your left foot and step out. Left arm reaches up and then turn. And your back leg is almost straight. Okay, so now we're going to spiral down to the right and then turn to the left and step in with the right foot. Reach up with your right hand, right wrist, and then spiral down to the left, and left hand comes up and step out on your heel. Reach forward with your left hand. Okay, so we're going to pause here and take this opportunity to breathe nice and deeply, diaphragmatically. We're going to feel the Jin here. As you're extending that left hand, your index fingers, you're feeling that, pointing with that, creating that coherence. The right hand is a fist down below your navel. reaching out with your elbows a little bit so that you're opening up under your armpits. We're opening up those heart one points at the under the armpits. Going to feel yourself sinking down into the ball of your right foot as you reach out with that left hand. You particularly want to reach out with the wrist, your left wrist. So we're pulling like a bowstring between the foot and the hand. There's a connection there. We're also got that right fist there, and we're reaching down with the right fist as we reach out with the left hand. So what we're doing here is we're creating tensegrity throughout the whole body. We're not creating it; we're actually amplifying it. I'm going to talk like we're just making it, even though we're always have some tensegrity. We're just amplifying it. We're thinking of it in terms of a musical instrument. You can think of it as like turning a tuning peg on a guitar so you get the exact right intonation. Not too much, not too little, but you want to get the exact tone. So there's just the right amount of tensegrity in the system. We're going to spiral down to the right on the right leg and step out a little bit with the left foot. And get the left heel and reach out with your right hand, palm up. And then turn. Reaching with that right hand. Now go to the ball of your right foot and reach up with your right hand, palm forward. Left hand is reaching down. Here you're on the front of your left foot, basically the ball of your left foot. Your right hand is about head high. Your shoulders are relaxed. You're reaching with your elbows and opening up your shoulder joints. Reaching down, pointing and reaching down with your left hand, pointing and reaching up and forward with your right hand. Both wrists are extending out. You're feeling that tensegrity in your connective tissue system, and feeling the chi circulating. You can feel it in your arms and your hands. So here we've got the Li, the muscular action, but we also have a substantial amount of qi going on here. And for the Shen, it's how much are you willing to occupy this moment in space and time? This place, this moment. How much of you can you bring into this posture, into your body right now, to locate yourself in space and time? That's where the Shen comes in. Now sink into your left foot. Reach down with your right hand. And step back with your right foot. Left hand comes across. Right hand comes up. Step forward with the left foot. Set the knee. Sink into there, relax, sink into your quad, and then reach forward with your right hand. So here, feel the Jin in this one. You want to continue to reach with the crown of your head. You're reaching forward and down with your elbows. Your back leg is almost straight. Your spine is almost in the same line as your back leg. And you're sinking into the left foot. You got most of your weight, about 70–80% of that there. You're reaching down with that left hand, reaching forward with your right hand, reaching with your heels, reaching with your wrists, opening the shoulder joints, opening your back. You want to feel a whole body energetic connection here. Breathe and relax, sung into that left leg. So the directionality, we're going forward with that right hand. There's a directionality of the left hand. It's reaching down. So it's creating that stretch there in the creates the tensegrity. It's the left hand is the yin hand here. Now reach forward with your left hand and then sink into your right leg and turn to the right and come back. Step out with the heel of your left foot. So just about all your weight, about 95% of your weight is in your right leg. You're feeling the ball of your right foot. You're sinking down, releasing Song Hua. You're releasing down. Same time, you're reaching out with that left hand and the right hand. Both hands are reaching forward. There's also a bit of a squeeze going on there between them. So they're pushing together. There's your right hand is on pushing, directing toward your left elbow. Reaching down with both elbows, down and out. And feel the chi in your arms. And direct your intention. So you're reaching forward, but you're also kind of squeezing together. You're sinking down. So all these things are happening at once. So to do that, you have to be in a super conscious state. You have to feel, not just think about it, but you have to feel what's going on. Yeah, now spiral down to the right, and step back with your left foot. Reach forward with your right hand, left hand palm up, right hand palm down. And then spiral down to the left. Step forward with your right foot. Sink into that right heel. And then go into the ball of the left. I'm sorry, go into the left heel. Spiral down to the left and then turn and you reach forward with your left hand palm up. Pushing down with your right hand on your center line. Feel your fingers extending out, reaching with that, the index fingers, finding that coherence, reaching with your elbows, reaching with the crown of your head. And feel that vector. They're definitely extending forward. The right hand is reaching down and creating that tensegrity, that oppositional, those poles in opposition. Sink into your left leg and pivot on your right heel. Now sink into your right and spiral down to the left and turn, reaching up with your left hand. Reaching down with your right hand. And sink. Relax. So weight is 50-50. You're in a bow stance now. I'm sorry, you're in a horse stance. And the balls of your feet. Reach out with your elbows. Your arms are kind of rounded. Open your back. And feel those poles in opposition. Feel your feet, those poles in opposition too. Your right foot, your left foot. So sink into your left heel, spiral down to the left. Step in with your right foot. The right hand comes up. Turns into a fist. Turn, reach out with your right elbow. Step out, the right heel. Place the foot down. And sink into the ball of the right foot as you reach out with your right fist. The fist, so the vector here is you're striking down with that right fist. So your direction is down. Your left hand is lightly on the forearm. You're reaching with your elbows, opening your back, reaching with the crown of your head. Sinking, feeling into the chin in this posture. Nice and relaxed. Very sung. Feel your left heel, sink into your left heel, left hand circles up, and right hand circles around. You're spiraling down to the right. You're in your left leg, but you're spiraling to the right. Reaching out with your left hand as you pull back. So it's like pulling back on the bowstring here. That left hand out there establishes the tensegrity as you pull back with your right elbow. And then sink into your right heel, and then the right ball, and punch. So your weight is about 70–80% in that right foot, right leg. Your vector is straight ahead with your right fist. And here, yeah, I like to consider that I'm reaching with my wrist, my right wrist as I do this, not just the fist. The fist is relaxed. My wrist is the one that's reaching out. The back leg is almost straight. You sink into your right quad and feel the support of your right leg. You can relax your muscles and you're letting the energy do the work. So we're shifting now to predominantly qi and less li in this one. Then pivot on your left heel. Set your left knee, spiral down to the right, and then turn. Left hand comes down, palm up, and continues. Right foot steps in. Turn. Right fist comes up inside the left arm. Reach with your elbow and turn. And step out with your right foot. Push your right knee forward, go to the ball of your foot as you come down with that right fist. So we're striking with the back fist again. Fist comes down, feel that vector. it definitely it's forward and down, predominantly down. Reach with your elbows. You want to feel a continuity in your tensegrity from your fist all the way through to your feet. That there's an unbroken chain there. And sink into your left heel and spiral down to the right as you reach back with your right elbow, reaching forward with your left hand, pivot on your right heel. And then sink into that right heel and step up and forward with your left foot. So you're reaching out with that left hand, pulling back with that right, so you're feeling that you're stretching the bowstring. We're pulling back the bowstring. There's no muscular tension. This is just kind of you want that feeling of that extension there, just enough so that you can have have tensegrity in your system. So then you sink into the left heel, spiral down to the right, and then turn and punch. In the vector, straight ahead. Reaching with your elbows, open your back, open your shoulder joints. Really get sung in that left quad. You're sinking down, really getting comfortable, feeling that support of either substantial leg. Sink into your right heel, spiral down to the right. Reach out with your left hand, actually comes up and like there's a little arc as your right hand, the right fist opens and circles around as you turn your body. So now we're pulling the two hands apart, stretching there, creating that chin that pulls in opposition. Pivot on your left heel. And then sink into your left foot, your left heel. What am I doing here? Boom, boom, boom. Yes, okay.
You're going into ward off.
Ward off, yes, okay. Pivot on your right heel, right hand comes down, and you step up with the right foot and then step forward. So your arms, your back's open, you're reaching with your elbows, your palms are facing each other. Your weight is still primarily in your left leg. You're coiling. You're loading up here, and then you're going to push your right knee forward, spiral down to the left, and then into the ball of your right foot and reach with your right elbow. But it's still maintaining the same relationship to your body. You're not changing its position. You're just feeling that extension there with your right elbow. You feel that ball of your right foot. You're reaching with that right elbow and rotate your forearm so that your palm is facing the center of your chest. Your left hand is facing the right palm. You're reaching with both elbows. So going into it, we're rotating the forearm to get to that position there, the ward off position.
Can
This
you
is where
move
we
back?
feel that. What's that?
Can you move back a bit?
Move back, okay.
Yeah.
So here we are. So we're spiraling down to the left, and then we reach with the right elbow and then rotate the forearm. You get that? So you can see it facing you. So I'm here. I spiral down. I reach with the right elbow, and now I'm just going to rotate my forearm, nice and relaxed, and left palm faces the right palm. My weight's about 70–80% in the right leg, and I have that in that ward-off position. So here is where we have Pongjin. Now Pongjin is a up and out kind of expansive energy, and we're also feeling the tensegrity of the whole system. Arms are relaxed, so there's very little muscular effort involved here. Very little Li. It's predominantly Jin and Shen going on here. Just feel the space between your hands, between the palms of your hands, and notice that there's a field being generated there by those poles in opposition. It's like you're squeezing the hands together, but there's some distance between them, about the size of a cantaloupe between them. So we're creating these poles in opposition, but the energy is arcing across that empty space between them. Now sink into the ball of the heel of your right foot, turn, spiral down to the right, Sung Kwa, reaching out with both arms. Arms are very relaxed, reaching with the elbows, reaching with the wrists, reaching with the fingers. Now sink into your left heel, spiral down to the right, and then go into the ball of your left foot as you continue to turn. Now here, we're reaching out as we come back. We're reaching with the elbows, so the arms are kind of rounded. You can see as I'm coming around here, the arms are rounded. They're not like this, they're like that, but their palms are facing each other as we come around. So it's like this, we're coming like that. So we rotate on that axis there in the left quad. We're locked in with that left knee, and so the arms come across nice and easy, very relaxed. But when we have the tensegrity and the energy together, then we have a whole lot of Jin. Now this Jin is called Lu Jin, and it's a down and in energy. So we use this to practice the Lu Jin, just like we use the ward-off posture to practice our Pong Jin. Even though we can find those Jins in any form, any posture, this is where we practice them. We just feel that we're reaching out and down with the hands, with the arms. We're sunk into that left foot there, the left quad. We're sung in the left quad, reaching up at the crown of the head, opening your back, opening your shoulders. Breathe. Get very sung. Your arms are very sung. You're going to feel the chi dominating the conversation there. Much more chi than Li in this one. But there's still that body connection that's going on there. That tensegrity is what enables us to express the energy. Okay, so now we're going to sink into the right heel, push the right knee, sink into the left heel, and the arms come up. Reach up with the wrist, and you're going to rotate your forearm so your palms are facing down. Reach out with your elbows. You're in your left leg primarily. Sung in that left. Now you're going to sink into You're gonna feel your right heel, set your right knee and sink into that right quad. You're loading up that right quad. Reach out with your elbows, relax your shoulders. And now feel the ball of your right foot and rotate on your right quad, reaching out and bring your left palm against your right wrist. Now here where it's a little different energy, we're gonna do the squeezing here. This is a press move. And we're going to take, and this one we're going to press them together, but no physical force. Like if you have a little bird between your hand and your wrist, it would not be harmed. It's just very gentle there. That's very little energy. Reach with your elbows, open your back, reach with the crown of your head. Point your index fingers. Feel that connection. Feel connection all the way down into your feet, particularly your right foot. You're loading up there. So this is chi energy or press. It's like we're bringing two vectors together. Yeah, ultimate direction is out, but there is also this squeezing going on between the two hands. Now sink into your left heel. Separate your hands. Sink into your left quad. Reach up with your wrists. Your arms are very relaxed. Wrists are bent. And bring your hands back. Your elbows come down. Sink. Very nice and very yin, very sung. You're sinking into that left leg. And here this is like you're riding this big wave. It is coming down, sinking in, and then the wave is sinking into your right heel. Set your right knee, and then the wave comes out and expresses through your fingers. So here the vector is first you're coming down, and it's a complex one because you're pressing down with your hands, like you have a beach ball here, and you're pressing down with the beach ball, and feeling the more you press down with the beach ball, the more force there is pushing it up. So it's like, oh, you got this down, so it's just ready to release. So then whenever you sink forward, and then you just let the beach ball pull your arms up and out. And this is the push. And so the vectors are first down, and then still pressing down, but also forward. And then you can feel the energy moving up as you do that. Reach with your elbows, open your shoulders, open your back. Feel the connection between your feet and your hands. Reach with your index fingers and feel the coherence throughout your whole body. Sink into your left heel. Bow down to the right. And turn. As you turn, you're reaching with your left hand. You're actually reaching with your left elbow, and your right arm stays where it is. So you're pulling, like you're pulling taffy between the hands there. You're pulling that pivot on your right heel and open. Open your shoulders, open your back Really reach out there and then step back. And sink down. As you come up, right arm is on the outside, the left arm on the inside. Both palms are facing you. You're reaching with your elbows, opening your back, reaching with the crown of your head. This is a very young, expansive posture. Here, the vector is everywhere. It's like fire chi. It's like exploding in all directions. Front, back, sides, up, down. This is like, the full young realization of the form. You're on the balls of your feet, reaching with the crown of your head, feeling the yang chi of the heavens, filling, illuminating your whole body mind. Now separate your hands. Reach forward, palms down, and sink into your heels. Reach down with your elbows, your wrists. Feel the yin. You're sinking down, down, down. Here we're receptive. So the vector is just the opposite of the last one. The last one was like a supernova expanding outward. Now we're like a black hole, attracting chi. We're gathering the energy from the big chi, filling up, receiving as much of the energy as we can tolerate. You can do right heel and step in your left foot. Feel your central equilibrium. Go into the balls of your feet, arms float up. Now go to your heels and press down and throw away the chi. Disappear into the emptiness. Yourself dissolving into the Wu Chi, the undifferentiated nothingness. How was that? Good. Sharon,
That was fabulous.
wonderful.
Yeah, it was just fabulous. I felt things I've never felt before. So many words that I've heard over the years, things came together in that
Oh,
exercise.
fantastic. Fantastic. That's so good to hear. Thank you. Jonathan.
I have to confess, you've been doing this for 10 years. This is the first time I've really enjoyed doing it. Uh, by that I meant, it's like, can we just get back to the Chen form? Why are we doing this? This kind of thing. But this was such a brilliant form to illustrate, just as Sharon said, everything we're talking about with the forces. It's like, it's not that it has more intentionality than the Chen, but it seems like it has more directionality. And the directionality carries intentionality with it, so that it brings that extra kick, so that every illustration just stands out better, I think, than it would with the Chen form. So, I mean, this is a tape I am going to play again and again. This is the one. I love this.
Wonderful. Thank you. That's great. That's good. Scott.
Definitely third what Sharon and Jonathan said. As far as getting the energies, but whew, that was more of that, please. But I didn't see God, I saw all the gods.
Oh, good. Everybody was represented there. Okay,
It
that's
says, hey,
good.
wow, yeah, really, really, we've been working on feeling, the Shen and the spirit, the Chi and the Shen, and really, really got that there was almost no muscular tension for a lot of that, which was just really flipping cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Cool. Anybody else? Valerie.
Well, my husband had noted before we started class, aren't your feet going to get cold? So I put on socks. Bad move. Bad. I think they're drenched now.
Cool. Debbie.
I think that was the first time I really felt Shen. I was able to, I think, it felt to me like I was able to distinguish from the Qi and the Shen, or between the Qi and the Shen. So, I mean, I agree with Scott, more of that, please. That was amazing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Richard.
I had a sense, a kind of sense, maybe for the first time, that in each posture, I found myself waiting for the, well, not, I was going to say the direction, but that's not, and I'll just say the energy. It's not really quite the energy, but waiting for it to catch up before I was ready to move to the next posture. If I was patient and had made the movement correctly, there was a force seeming to come along in the direction that I was going. And until that force came along, I wasn't ready to make another change.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That's really good advice to us all. That's yeah. Just be there with it.
Yes.
Let it come to you.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
I kept telling myself.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Cool. Cool. Nick, did you have something? No. Okay. That's somebody else. Scott.
Yeah, when you had said, how much can you actually be here now, that was very helpful. Because then I realized, oh yeah, I'm here, but maybe I'm 70-80% here.
Right.
Yeah. And then when I was here, I have to say, my body I've never felt like this. My body feels like it's like 10,000 diamond-shaped spheres of energy. It's the weirdest feeling. It's cohesive, but not at the same time. It's so bizarre.
Wonderful. Wow. That's a cool image.
It really feels weird.
Great. Cool. Okay. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
Yes, it
And,
was.
yeah. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Maria.
I love you guys.
I
Love you
love
too.
We love you.
Great.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.